Hello there to everyone watching and welcome back to my channel and to this video, which as you can see is my reaction to the Lithuanian selection for Eurovision 2024, Dons, with the song Hollow. So just over a week ago was the Supernova national final, and yes, I did watch the final just over a week ago, only just getting around to recording my reaction to it. However, I did record a reaction to all the songs in studio version when they were released, and I'll leave a link up above there for you to check that out. But in this video what I'll do is react to the performance, the winning performance from Supernova. I did watch the show, so this isn't a first time reaction or anything, but I'll just give you my opinions on the song as it goes through and the performance. I'll also check out our reaction to the songs that performed in the final and give you my opinions on them and whether I was happy with the winner or not. And yeah, at the end of the video, just let you know how I think Latvia may do in Eurovision this year, and at the end of the video give you my current standings up until the point at which Latvia was revealed. And yeah, that's the plan. There'll be timestamps down below for you to jump ahead if you want to certain points. Please do feel free to comment down below as well your thoughts on this song for Latvia, and if you enjoyed the video, please click the like button. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to do that, and please follow me on Instagram if you want me to do that as well. But without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so I've got the video up here from the official YouTube channel to check out. And if you did watch my reaction to all the songs in studio version, this was my favourite of the selection. And he does have really nice strong vocals here in the performance. I did watch the semi-finals as well, and he delivered a strong vocal performance there, although I know that a lot of people, including myself, had issues with the staging in the semi-final. And I will say the staging here in the final was definitely improved from the semi-final, which was good, but I do still think there is a certain amount of work that needs to be done for the performance to make it really effective, if that makes sense. And then I'm recording this reaction after the Lithuanian national selection happened, and Dons was a guest there during their national final, and I do feel that his performance in the Lithuanian selection was definitely an improvement on this performance here at Supernova. Maybe he was feeling more relaxed than he was here in this performance. But I definitely feel that the performance this weekend at the Lithuanian selection was a step up, which is great to see for me personally. Yeah, this performance here is strong vocally, you can't deny that. But I think work needs to be done in terms of the stage performance, just like his connection with the camera. We're getting it here, but at points throughout the song I felt like it was missing somewhat. And it kind of, yeah, there was points there where it just didn't really reach its full potential for me. And then at the end there, it just kind of fizzles out and ends. I feel like something there needs to be done to maybe change that a little way, to give the ending a bit of a moment, to make it stand out, because just how it is currently, it kind of just finishes, and I feel like it finishes on a bit of a low point, which doesn't always leave you with the best impression of the song. So I think that needs to be kind of rejigged a little bit maybe, but overall strong performance. Okay, so I've got up here the recap from the grand final. Now I know there was the semi-final with 15 songs and then reduced it down to 10 for this final. From the ones that missed out in the semi-final, there was 5 that obviously didn't qualify. I did like the 2 ballads, Evans, Raining Down on Me and Love Is a Language. I did enjoy both those songs, but I did feel that both of them live weren't really producing the best, and I wasn't surprised that neither of them qualified for the final. I also really did like AI as well, but I know that wasn't very popular amongst the fans, and the live performance again for that in the semi-final wasn't the greatest, so I wasn't too surprised it didn't make it to the final 10. But let's listen to the final 10 in the recap here, and I'll just give you my opinions on them all. And I know that Festuals was a bit of a fan favourite, which was a bit of a surprise for me because it wasn't one that I really got into that much. The live performance did elevate it above studio version for me, but even still it wasn't one that I was crazy about. It did finish second in the end, and I actually thought that maybe it might have a chance of winning. I thought maybe the jury might have slightly favoured this enough for it to win. Wasn't to be in the end. But yeah, it was very Latvian. It's the sort of thing that you always get in Latvia's Supernova. So maybe in a way wasn't surprised that it did quite so well, because it does seem that Latvia do like this kind of indie pop style kind of thing in their national selections. So, you know, perhaps wasn't their biggest surprise there. And Ave with mine, nice song, nice pop song. I thought the live performance wasn't the greatest. I wasn't massively keen on the staging concept there, and the vocals were alright, but nothing too special. I always did have a soft spot for this one, although I know a lot of people weren't particularly keen on it. I didn't get this whole bit that the female that was doing the speaking on the phone part was doing there in the la 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 moments. Yeah, I didn't really get that part too much, but overall that was perfectly fine. And the Cat song, this was one of my guilty pleasures from this selection. I really did like it, though I do have to be honest, I wasn't too keen on the performance in the final. I did prefer the semi-final performance. I feel in the final it was a little bit played too much towards the gimmicky side, rather than letting the kind of, because underneath it all there is a good song there, and I feel that it got lost a little bit in the final amongst all the gimmicks and the, you know, playing up of the Cat aspect of it. But I really do like this song. It's definitely one that I will come back to in studio version a lot. So wasn't a big fan of this in studio version, but I do feel that watching it live, something kind of did work for me, and it did grow on me somewhat, although I've never been a massive fan of it, I don't think. And then Dons, of course we've already covered that one. So strong performance vocally, but I feel that some of the staging needs to be rejigged and worked on if this is going to have its best potential at Eurovision. TikTok, I'm going to press pause on this one because I do feel that this gave one of the best staging concepts of the selection show. I really did like the idea of her being in the box that he had on sort of stage with him. I thought that was a really nice concept. I really do like the song, except for when it gets into the talking rap section, and I feel at that point it kind of loses it for me and it feels a little bit disjointed. Without that section, I feel like the rest of the song is really strong, but unfortunately that takes me away too much to have this as one of the ones that was really amongst my favourites. But I really did like the staging concept of this performance a lot. Rock'n'Roll Supernova kind of does what it says on the tin, I found. It brings that kind of 50s, 60s American rock vibe very well. I enjoyed it and he gave a very good performance. But yeah, it was just something that nice and fun to watch, but wasn't a standout for me. This was very chilled and mellow, but in quite fairly enjoyable, I would say. Again, not one of my favourites, but I appreciated it. And then, of course, we finished with Alex for the show, and I will say that I think this was probably the best overall performance of the final for me in terms of staging, vocals, song, performance, everything as a whole. I think this would probably be the one I think delivered the best, and may even have potentially been the one that would have got the best result at Eurovision, all things considered. But yeah, in the end it came forth behind Don's, Cure and the Cat song, which I'm maybe not too surprised about, because I feel like those three all had kind of support groups going for them. But I really did enjoy this performance, and I would definitely be up for seeing him in Supernova again in the future for sure. Okay, so there we go. That is my reaction to Dons and Hollow, the Latvian selection for Eurovision, and my reaction to the grand final of Supernova, just a recap of the other performances. So as I said, Dons was my favourite from the outset. It's a really strong song. Probably in terms of song, it's the best. I do feel that there does need to be an improvement in the stage performance, and Dons' stage presence as well, I feel needs to be improved somewhat, because at the moment it's just him standing there on an empty stage with a little bit of smoke there, and at the moment it isn't quite working for me fully. I feel like something needs to be done to make it kind of stand out. And as I said as well, the ending, it does kind of fizzle out towards the end, and that's not really the ending that you want to make it stick with viewers watching. I know a lot of people do think, and I've not listened to the Latvian version original of this, but a lot of people do feel that the Latvian version is better, and I'll maybe quite open that he will switch back to Latvian for Eurovision. That will definitely be something that could be done to give it a bit more of a hook for people to grab onto. Maybe even making it Latvian and English, maybe a bilingual could work. I think something does definitely need to be done, because I think there is good potential in the song, but I feel like with that live performance at Supernova, it's not quite being unlocked fully. But hopefully something can be done, because I do like the song and I would really like to see Latvia make the final for sure. But yeah, at the moment for me, in terms of my personal standards, this is definitely something that's kind of in the middle for me, and that's kind of how I'm feeling it might potentially stay, unless there's any significant improvement in terms of the song, a revamp or anything like that. But yeah, overall I do enjoy it, and I can't, you know, there were certainly options in the selection that I was less keen on, and yeah, it was definitely one of my favourites from the selection. So yeah, that's just my opinions on that. So I'll be very keen to hear your thoughts, so please do let me know down in the comments below what you thought of Don's, Hollow, Supernova in general. Please click the like button if you enjoyed this video, that helps really a lot. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell to be informed on all future videos. Follow me on Instagram if you'd like to do that as well, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please do take care, and until the next video, goodbye.